I use spacebar a lot. Like a lot. See, that's me playing BGH. I'm gonna turn on AC. Well, I guess it's my first loss of the night. That's good. That's one we can be proud of, though. We put up a good fight. So I made a couple changes to my PvP that's helped me win a lot easier lately. Mostly just in my opening. Actually, exclusively in my opening. Well, I don't need to scout this early, but we're this far now. So one of the things was I hadn't been scouting until after Gateway. It actually makes a pretty big difference getting that little bit of money early in PvP, I think. And it doesn't really change your opening that much to scout a little bit later. Like, you still can react properly to a 2-gate. And the other thing is I don't skip the Zealot anymore in the opening. That's pretty lucky. Okay, so we see 2-gate, that's all I need to know. So what I've started doing against 2-gate is I go 2 Zealot into Goon, and I just do 2 on gas in the beginning, instead of 3. And it's actually been helping a lot. Because that gives me like a decent ramp block, lets the Goon come out. And I don't overmine gas this way. This way, if he goes gas first, then I can like proceed as normal, or like gas after gate. So just like a small adjustment that's helped me a ton. Because I kept having games where I would take damage in the beginning from the 2-gate Zealot stuff. Was a bit late. Actually, my core is really late. Hey, what's up, Water? Maybe I should go core before second Zealot. That actually would probably be a lot better. We're gonna go early Robo as well. Because the 2 follow-ups to the 2-gate is either a fast expansion or DT. I see DT a lot. It's a little bit dangerous getting it this early. It might get pushed pretty hard though. Early Red Bull?
For
Okay, so because I see no expansion, I can assume he's up to something. Some mass zealots here? Mass zealot speed, I've never seen this before. This is an odd one. Oh, I'm gonna die to this. This is a weird one. It's probably into Storm by now. Curious if I can just push them. Yeah, maybe a little too risky without speed. If I could have dropped it right away like I wanted to, it could have been really good. I would have got 2 shots off, which would have been pretty huge. Now I have an almost dead shuttle, which is not Great. Tech-wise, he has a pretty big advantage. He looks like he's only on 2 base right now, so the game just should be over. Unless he's got a hidden base. Good mind. Kinda didn't unload my zealots there. I mean, I'm pretty far ahead. I just need to not take any, like, really dumb fights.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
That was unlucky. trying to go carrier. He had way less on that last push. I guess because he was trying to transition in carrier. But I also had been outmonning him a lot. It's like way up on resources. Let's kind of look at this one again. The opening was so weird. I've never played against this before. It came so late, I thought for sure it was just going to be like straight into DT or something. But I do feel like my PvP has improved a fair amount the last like week or two here. Yeah, so like I said, I saw the 2 gates, so I was like, okay, let me go into Zealot. But I think I should have done 1 Zealot into Core before 2nd Zealot. I think that would have been fine. Because this core ends up being too late and end up like doing a whole bunch of waiting now. So I think 1 Zealot Core, 2nd Zealot would have been fine. Like, he's not going to get there from that far away either, before I have 2 Zealots. Which he didn't push, he went 3 gate into, like, leg speed rush. Like, never seen this before. So this scout's mostly to see if he has an expansion. He doesn't have an expansion, so I'm like, oh, okay, then it's like definitely DT. Like, look how many Zealots he has to be going DT. That's what I thought. But he did something new. But we do a lot of chip damage here. It's just something. And I see like all these Zealots, and I was like, what? It's doing a 3-gate mass Zealot? And then he got here with leg speed, and I was like, oh, that's so weird. So here's the thing though, like this was all in for him, right? This is 3-game mass Zealot. Look at his probe count. He's 10 probes behind me right now. So I kind of figured that I'd be way ahead on probes because I keep up probes. I go into Reaver because the only counter he's going to be able to get the Reaver properly at this point would be Templar. Like I kind of know he's going to go Templar from here, and it's like kind of an easy transition from leg speed, right? Like he wouldn't go into Mass Goons, I figured. But he actually didn't go into Templar. I should have had my Reaver a lot faster as well. I was floating a lot of money while microing against that. And here I thought I was kind of screwed because I didn't close this off. I was kind of being greedy, and I wanted to wait for Zealots to close it off so I didn't have to kill a pylon later. But we still took a pretty good trade. The Reaver made a big difference. I feel like we microed up pretty well. I expected like way more Zealots. That's why I said I'm dead. I was like, oh, I'm dead. But now he knows Reaver, so I know I won't be able to catch him with Reaver very well. But I also knew he wouldn't have range yet. Or at least I figured he wouldn't. I didn't know that he wouldn't, but I figured he might not. And then when I came in and he didn't attack right away, then I knew that he didn't have range. That's why I went for it. But I needed to be like 1 pixel lower to drop, and I ended up wasting too much time and he spotted it. So, like here I tried dropping. If it dropped right there, I could have got 2 shots off, which would have been pretty big. We were able to drop right away. Like kill a Dragoon and kill a couple more probes. So we're staying at about 10 probes right now. He's Temporal Cause. I knew that'd be ahead of me. One thing I was kind of counting on as well was upgrades. Like, I went straight into upgrades after holding. Because I figured I wouldn't be able to kill him anytime soon. I knew he would have Templar tech ahead of me, so I thought maybe I could just go hard into upgrades and trade better in that way. And I knew my economy's been ahead. I can assume my economy's been ahead all game because he did such a big 1 base, like all-in kind of a thing. Not really all-in, but like a big 1 base pressure. And I made sure to keep up probe production the whole time, because I knew as soon as I identified whatever he had, then I can take my expansion once I've got it properly countered. And since I was staying on 1 base and I was playing safe, I knew I couldn't die or take damage. So I can safely keep up pro production that entire time while I do that. So I secure a 3rd. This puts a lot of pressure on him because he can't take a 3rd yet. Or he hadn't taken a 3rd, so he tries taking a little bit of a hidden one here. And when he pushed out here, this push to me said, like, this tells me he's way behind. Like, he knows that he's way behind. He sees my third coming up, and I see this push coming, and I'm like, okay, I know he doesn't have a third yet. Because he's feeling a lot of pressure. So as long as I hold this, we're good. He actually missed with his first or his second storm there on the Reaver. He got a little bit iffy because I had my zealots here. Apparently I hit stop or something after I tried sending them the first time. Because I had him trapped on the ramp or stopped on the ramp. But it wasn't that bad. Still like a decent, it was like an okay hold. It was a good hold actually, we traded fine. Considering my eco's way ahead. Only up 7, but third base is ready to go. I didn't want to transfer while I was coming because I was afraid of ropes getting stormed on the transfer. And here I'm just scouting for a third because I'm like, okay, he didn't quit, so he has to have a third. That's what we're looking for. Here I find the third. It kind of sucked because if I reacted faster, he wouldn't have known that I scouted it. Like if I saw the pylon and immediately turned down, he wouldn't have known that I saw this expansion and he wouldn't have been ready to help it. I mean, he was kind of moving towards mid anyway. But that like let him know for sure he needed to be there. But I saw the probe count on it wasn't saturated, and mine was like fully saturated yet, like already, so I knew I had a little bit of a lead there as well. Our supply is pretty even, but I'm 102, he's 001, so that's a big upgrade advantage. And I did click at once and see the upgrades were ahead, so I just wanted to make sure I kept those going. I think I did delay +2 for a long time because I kept making like a ton of Templar. We got a storm drop in, killed a bunch of probes. So now we're up 20 probes. It's the first storm drop of my life, by the way. I need to do this more often. And he didn't see this one. I tried storming with it when he hit it, and it reminded me, but I was like a fraction of a second too late. And then we kind of caught some of his army here. So this is a really, really good fight for us. This is where the game officially ends. Didn't lose too many Templar to storms. If I just gathered properly, my rallies were like scattered, so it took me forever to select my units. So I should have fixed my rallies, because I was wasting too much time hacking army because of them being all over the place. But I could have just grouped here and killed them, actually. So I did delay it a little bit longer. He had more than I thought he would, and I was like, oh, I don't want to take like a dumb fight and lose. Because I assumed this base was up or coming. But it was a little slower than I thought. Yeah, the game's over now. We just build up, attack him, he dies. I actually wasn't as much in the lead the whole game as I thought I was.